Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Everybody, and
Gorgeous,
welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
And this is now today's
Well, this is the
lineup.
perfect game for all parties,
Number
not least the
23,
neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Martinez.
Well, the atmosphere,
Number
Peter,
3,
certainly doesn't feel like a friendly.
Disasi.
We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, we're on the way. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Colwell promptly onto that, and that is that. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, I've always liked the look of Cole Palmer, Peter, who is a versatile attacker, but I think sometimes we kind of get a bit mixed up with versatility and flexibility, because when he moves around the pitch, it's not necessarily being versatile in different positions, it's just his flexibility, his reading of the game, and that's what I really enjoy about him. He just makes it very difficult to be contained.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Cucurella. Fernandez. Nkunku pinches it off him. Now it's Watkins. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tielemans. Oh, good spread. Cucurella. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. There's the shot! No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Asensio. Nkunku. Chelsea looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't...
He's having a go! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Cucurella. Pedro Neto.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chalobah and Gusto. Madueke. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandez. For Nkunku. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's fabulous. That is good strength. Nkunku!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's got away. Palmer, he's found a way through. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. It's a really well-measured ball. McGinn. And it's Rashford. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Fernandes. Cucurella. For Pedro Neto. Foot in. And that's put paid to a promising move. Chalobah. Colwill. Now it's Nkunku. McGinn. It's a pretty loose pass. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. So the first half brought no goals. Asensio charging forward, the ball at his feet. And reclaimed it in a trice. Colwill and Chalobah. Madueke is onto it in a flash. For Palmer. Asensio. Watkins. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Madueke did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That could spell trouble. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Palmer. Pedro Neto.
The
Cucurella.
attendance for this match was 29,950.
So we've reached the hour mark. Asensio. And he's managed to get free. Lovely feet. Palmer gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Palmer plays it in low. That has not gone well. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Watkins.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Gusto.
That was lovely, that.
Gets a good foot in there. Asensio. Pass somewhat off target. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. He could be in here. Colwill.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And the shot! Well, now, oh, what has happened here? Shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Chelsea choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they shot a goal!
Oh, and that should have been two.
Watkins was totally aware of how that chance could have impacted on the game, and that should have gone in.
It's a smartly directed ball. Oh, good-looking ball. In with the challenge. Asensio. Oh, and the shot! And that would have won it.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's gone for goal! Oh, that is outstanding! He's got himself an absolute peach. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
So there's going to be another change here. Jackson getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Tielemans. Colwell.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Caicedo. 2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Asensio. And he's picked out the run. That's that, the end. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Watkins taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem.